Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 5-Minute Major, where we debate the hottest topics in sports. And one of the hottest topics in Canada right now is the Canadian junior team, which was announced today in Saskatchewan. They'll take the ice later this month in Saskatoon on home ice and going for a 6th gold medal.
Regina and Saskatoon.
But only one Manitoban on the team this year, and that's Travis Hamonic of Saint-Malo. Two guys from Winnipeg, Cody Eakin and Scott Glennie, cut from the team today, and Glennie, a real unfortunate situation for him. Paul, what do you know about that?
He had a concussion in the inter-squad game just the night before they're starting to make some cuts. And talk about a devastating break for him, you know. But I spoke with Hamonic today, and he's just the opposite, on cloud nine. You know, he grew up watching this thing every year, and now for him to be playing in it, it's his second chance trying to make the team, and he got cut from it last year, so he's just thrilled and beyond words almost. And he's a great quote too, this guy. But he really feels for the other guys. You know, he got cut last year. He knows exactly how they feel. He knows both Glennie and Eakin, and but they got next year yet, and they got a second shot. But what about Eakin? I mean, what, leading goal scorer in Canada?
Yeah, in the Canadian Hockey League, he's the leading goal scorer, and he doesn't make the team. And
what does that say?
Well, I just don't know what kind of a shake he got. It didn't seem like he was slotted in with any of the lines during the camp, just from what I was watching, and maybe he just didn't fit in. Sometimes that happens with these guys. But it's interesting about both Eakin and Glennie. They're not going to make this team, but think about some of the guys who didn't make the team in the past or haven't been on Canada's team. And look at the rookie scoring leaders in the NHL this year. You've got Matt Duchene of the Colorado Avalanche, Ryan O'Reilly, his teammate, and Michael Del Zotto of the New York Rangers. 3 guys who never played for the Canadian junior team, and they're all among the top rookies in the NHL. So it's not the be-all and the end-all of the world to make this
just
team.
Look at go local here. Travis Zajac, New Jersey Devils, did not make this team. Who's the other one we talked about? Dustin Penner, of course, didn't make this team. He was a late bloomer. Darren Helm, Stanley Cup champ, didn't make this team. So keep your chin up, guys. It's not the end of the world.
No doubt. We talked a bit about Saskatoon here already, but let's move on to some talk about this new proposal from Ice Edge Holdings, the group of crazy people who are planning to buy the Phoenix Coyotes. I really can't understand why anyone would want to buy the Phoenix Coyotes and keep them there, but it seems part of the dream for these new owners is to have a team in Phoenix and play some games in Saskatoon. They seem hell-bent on that. Do you think something like that could work, Mark?
I think it absolutely could work. I think the people of Saskatchewan would support that team and fill the rink. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. I don't think it'll be a thing about the Coyotes. I think they'll just want to look or want to go to a game and see good NHL hockey.
As long as they wear green sweaters and put melons on their heads.
Seems kind of crazy to me, doesn't it, to play 5-year games elsewhere? It's just a cash grab in another place. That's admitting that you can't make it work where you are.
They've already admitted as much. They want to take it to a different community where it's not going to be a threat to the fans in Phoenix, where they're going to feel that they're going to lose their team to that community at some point, because they're never going to be able to have a team in Saskatoon full time.
So you don't think that this would be some way for Saskatoon to get its foot in the door and eventually expand their arena and somehow hope down the road to get an NHL team?
I don't think the NHL would allow that.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
The community's too small.
If they don't want to come to Winnipeg, then
they're not coming here. They're not coming there. That's for sure.
Well, that's another subject that was supposedly going to be on the table at the Board of Governors meetings in California. They were supposed to talk about the possibility of expansion to places like Quebec or, dare we say it, Winnipeg or Toronto for a second team. Apparently they didn't talk about it, but the general feeling out of the meeting was that the NHL is looking much more positively towards the NHL in terms of potential future expansion. Towards Canada, sorry. For the potential for a future expansion, or, well, they say no relocation, but I think there's absolutely no chance they're not going to be relocating some teams.
We don't want an expansion team. We don't want to pay $300 million.
Well, I sure don't.
Lousy team.
That's a fact.
We want an existing franchise. A, we don't want to pay for an expansion fee, and B, we don't want the dregs of a team that come with an expansion.
Well, if that's the only thing that's being offered, though, then you have to be looking that way. Well, nobody said anything about $300 million.
Well, that's an expansion fee these days.
Well, that's a number that you've pulled out.
Yes, I've pulled it out of my back pocket.
So to speak. Mark, do you ever see them going the expansion route, or do you think that somehow, if a team's ever going to come to Canada, is going to be a relocation?
I think it has to be a relocation, because there just isn't enough players around to support that right now for expansion. And that's, I mean, the way the economy is, I just can't see the NHL working. Like they already struggle with 30 teams. They're going to make it better with 32 or 34 teams.
How can
Doesn't
they
make
be
any
talking
sense.
about expansion?
Seems bizarre, and the talent pool is already watered down compared considerably to 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the bottom teams are like top-notch AHL franchises right now.
True that. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for a spirited discussion on the 5-Minute Major. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll talk to you again next week.